The Ministry of Agriculture is expected to step up its marketing of local produce on the regional market over the next few months. Minister of Agriculture Soboto Caesar says a task force will be set up to carry out this campaign, which is expected to bring benefits to the industry and farmers.
We get out there, we get out in the region, we get out to Europe, and we also go to the United States and Canada, because we would wish that when it's reaping time, coming close to the end of this year, early next year, based on the commodities that you would have invested in, that we have an excellent market for these commodities.
Caesar said a meeting will be held with representatives of National Properties, Vinci Fresh and Winfresh to discuss a strong marketing strategy.
Marketing apparatus that Vinci Fresh and Winfresh, the apparatus that they possess, we are certain that it can take the marketing of agricultural commodities to a totally different level. In this whole idea of increasing and enhancing the marketing of agricultural produce from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we are also going to ensure that the regional markets, and particularly those in the Southern Caribbean, that we harness all the opportunities in these markets.
A consultation to develop a national tsunami contingency plan will be held here on Tuesday by the National Emergency Management Organization, NEMO. A number of public officers, private sector and other coastal stakeholders will participate in this consultation. They are also expected to participate in a tsunami response exercise on Wednesday. The objectives of the consultation and exercise are to identify key agencies and define their roles and responsibilities in a national tsunami plan, to validate the operational readiness to respond to a local or regionally sourced tsunami and identify improvements. Both activities will also be used to test the National Emergency Telecommunications System and to exercise and evaluate operations of the current tsunami warning system. The consultation will take place and exercise will take place at NEMO's conference room at New Montrose beginning at 8:30 a.m. each day. Males in St. Vincent and the Grenadines are being encouraged to step up to the plate and to become better academic achievers rather than underachievers. Speaking at a seminar earlier this week on the topic, Purpose and Potential of the Male, Pastor Nolan Nanton pointed out that from his own research, boys have been exhibiting a level of underachievement within the last 4 years at the college and university level, and this should be a concern for all, which needs urgent attention.
More boys are repeating than girls. More boys are dropping out of school than girls. And I'm speaking here specifically to St. Vincent. Is it a coincidence or is it a strategy?
Nanton says although it's a known fact that academically females perform better than males, there are a number of underlying factors that contribute to this.
As we begin to explore that study, my mind began to go through the classroom, the setting that we have. Because it is said that boys function more from the right side of the brain, which is more visual, spatial, and so forth. That's why our sons tear apart all the toys we give them and try to fit them back together. And the girls function from the other part, which explains why the girls develop their language better than the boys.
And Pastor Courtney Richards says despite their differences, men and women ought to be treated equally at all times. While speaking on the topic of integrity, Pastor Richards said both men and women need to understand that neither is superior to the other.
It is not the male person alone that's created in the image of God, it's both. God made man male and female in his image. So that man is no more godlike than a woman. We need to understand that God made us in his image, male and female. But secondly, it means that as male and female, we're equal. It doesn't mean that we have equal responsibilities, but we are equal persons.
Pastor Richards, however, pointed out that though males and females are created in God's image, men have been given roles by God to lead, and that the world would be a better place if the males focused on their role.
If the man leads properly, then the woman would support and submit, and even if he doesn't, she should still, and the world would be a better place if we took upon our roles properly. But as we heard from Exodus, it was the design and the conspiracy of the enemy to kill off the boys and to take the man out of his home, and slavery has come and added to that and take us in our homes, and we are only known for our breeding capacity.
The stage is being set for the arrival of international renowned gospel artist from the U.S., Tasha Cobbs, who is expected to perform at the Victoria Park on March 30th for the Break Every Chain concert. Speaking to SVG-TV News, a representative of Faith Promotions, Pastor Calden Charles, says there is a lot that Vincentians can look forward to during next week's event.
So persons can expect a high level of professionalism from the get-go. 6:30, and the show is going to start exactly 6:30 and finish 9:30. So you can expect a great time. Persons can come and be a part of this experience. So it's not just standing or looking in the park, but you're going to actually be involved, because everything, the stage is set for persons to be involved in the show.
Meanwhile, co-promoter of the concert, Alfonso Sleepy Richards, says he endorses the concert, which is expected to bring about change, especially to those who are burdened.
Everyone has some kind of chain that is wrapped around them. Are you a Christian? You have a chain at some point, whether it's chain of finance, a chain of health, a chain of family problems. There is a chain, and these chains can be broken. So come 30th March, we are inviting everybody to come out. It's not that on the 30th of March only chains will be broken. No. And we're saying the chains are being broken all the time.
The Break Every Chain concert will also feature Nisha Edwards out of Barbados and Vincentian-born Canadian national Zena Edwards, along with a string of local artists including Called Out and Kyoka Cruikshank Jack.